Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I know we're all hearing that story about the president, the president picking out shoes for um the president picking out shoes for his cabinet members. He's guessing the wrong shoe size, and look at Marco, man. Again, good morning to you all. Hey, Kiki Muse. Hey, Lil Kiki. Teresa, and good morning to you all. G-Unit. You can't say G-Unit without saying it that way. I don't care. It shows our age. I have to say G-Unit that way or it don't count. Hey, Brad, good morning to you. Good morning, Miss Jackie. Yeah, we got old Marco up here, and I want to talk about this morning because hey, LCB, hey, Martha, hey, Just Be You. Because what kind of man would wear shoes that are too big for him so that another man isn't insulted? If it ain't your grandpa or something like that. Hey, Ronald. Hey, it's K Styles. Hey, Kiera. I saw your comment on the video. I agree. A study needs to be conducted because this means something. Hey, Brad. Hey, Lorelai. Hey, let me see. Did I miss anybody? Martha. Hey, Larry. Hey, Shanta. Yeah, there needs to be a study because in my opinion, right? Honestly, I'm going to tell you the honest God truth because y'all know I love the joke, but I'm telling you, looking at this shit, this is a power play for Trump. What's too big? These are the shoes that Trump bought Marco Rubio. Marco's punk ass is walking around in these big ass shoes. Look. That barely fucking fit. But they're wearing them anyway. That is the ultimate cuck move. I said what I said. That is the ultimate move. That's the ultimate power play. Not only did I guess your shoe size wrong, I gave you the shoes and now your punk ass is wearing them. So that means I can lean on you and do whatever I want. And you're going to stay quiet and your ass is going to fall in line. That's what it tells me. See, listen, Trump ain't smart on a lot of things, but he's very smart about identifying weak ass people. He knows what strength looks like and he knows what weakness looks like. And the Republican Party is full of weak ass people. But the part that gets me the most about this is these are grown ass men with wives, children. And your boss bought you shoes that were too big and you didn't say nothing and you still wearing them. That's what gets me. That's the part that gets me more than anything. I'm like, you don't wear them. They're too big. Or you say to the boss, hey, thank you. I appreciate your gesture, but these are 2 sizes too big for me. No, they don't say nothing. Thank you for all the shares, Gravy. Exactly, Kiera. I didn't say that part, but I'm thinking it. I'm going. So you wear the shoes. Yep. Dried up like the Sahara Desert. Mm-hmm. Dried up like the Sahara Desert. You get no action, sir. You know who gets the action? The man that bought you them shoes and made your punk ass wear them. He's not even making them wear the shoes for real. He's not even making them wear the shoes. Martin Wade, I don't listen to men with hyphenated names. That means that a woman told you had to take her name. Be quiet. You're blocked. I don't listen to no man with a hyphenated name. That means somewhere along the way, some woman in your lineage had enough power to tell your punk ass daddy, I'm gonna keep my name and we're gonna combine names and hyphenate them. Shush. Can't talk to me. Sonia, that is the new definition of what are those. Those are those Trump 3000s. That's what those are. Those are the Trump 3000s, right? Those are Trump 3000s, honey. I wonder if they, you know how, y'all remember back in the day, they used to have those tennis shoes where when you squeeze on the tongue, it pump them up. I wonder if it's a little button somewhere you can pump them up to make them suck in around your ankles. I guess Marco Rubio didn't get the kind that pump up for you. Thank you, Chase. I'm like, I know he didn't come in here with that hyphenated name. Nah, it ain't gonna make him taller. I'm gonna tell you what is gonna happen though. I bet you Marco's foots are in there sweating like crazy. You heard me. What's that song? Slipping and a tumbling. Oh, slipping. Oh, tumbling. That's what he doing. Every time he walk in that damn White House, they hear him coming. Clump, 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 clump. It's just like this. Hold on. Let me do it. Y'all hear that? It's just like that. It's just like that. Just a clumping. Just a clumping. I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't think that this administration, this cabinet could go any lower. But when you got grown ass men walking around in two big fucking shoes. Yes, it is just like Agador Spartacus, because you know I've seen Birdcage way too many times. It is just like Agador Spartacus when they put him in them fucking shoes and he kept falling. He's like, I do not wear shoes because they make me fall down. And he kept falling down. Hey, dude, busting his ass. That's Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is the Agador Spartacus of the Trump cabinet. Oh yeah, Trump been Jim Jones. I've been said that from the beginning. It's the people's temple of MAGA is the people's temple of politics. And I meant to save the other picture I saw this morning, but got sidetracked and forgot to share it. Marco's shoes ain't the only one too big. Everybody there, their shoes are too big. Now, can I be honest? I'd rather be the guy that gets the too big shoes than too small. Because, honey, toes be in there. Man, what? Man, what? This, I genuinely believe there needs to be a study conducted on. Yes, this is a real picture. The press took this picture. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you the original, right? So you can see the original. Because I found it yesterday. That is the original. That's the original. Marco Rubio on Capitol Hill in December. His shoes don't appear to fit. Yes, the press is diabolical. Thank you, press. This is why we need freedom of the fucking press. I'm with you, Chase. Someone needs to study the brains of people that fall in line for shit like this. Because how could you ever respect a person like this? Marco Rubio obviously has no self-respect. Not just him, all of them in that fucking cabinet. They care more about power than being respected. Because they're getting disrespected at every turn. They don't care. I'm in the White House. I'm in the cabinet. I don't care if I'm disrespected. Now keep in mind, Marco Rubio is sitting there like this in those shoes, right? Okay? The shoes are too big for him, right? That is what he does, and he's just accepting it. Just laying down for it and saying, yeah, I had another, hold on for a second. Find it right now. I was looking for something, but I can't find it right now. I'll have it this afternoon. But yet Trump, he's in his shoes like a busted can of biscuits. Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't. Look. look, look. I'm hitting you with the Bernie Mac. Look, 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 look. That's not how you spell your booby. I booted your other account. Boo bitch bye. Go tell somebody who cares. Blocked. I told y'all I don't care to talk to y'all. Y'all just want somebody to listen to y'all. Look at this shit. MAGA loves to troll and clown everybody else. I make this shit a sport for me. Okay? This shit is sport. Real shit. It's just sport. Look at this shit. Look. Look. I'm like, yo, they all walking around there looking like some fucking clowns. Because they're too afraid. Look, he might as well be like this. You know what? You know what I think? I'm going to tell you what I think. You know how we play that game? Marco, Polo, they need to replace that shit. Marco, Rubio, Marco, because he's a fucking clown. He's a fucking clown. Bruh. That's really what it looks like. When we see somebody in two big old shoes like that, I'm being honest. This is what I see. This is what I see. Man, you too? You love Marco Rubio? I'm glad you do, Glinda. That means you don't have no self-esteem either. So you shouldn't be, you lie about this boo bitch bye. My block game is thick. So y'all can come in and say you love weekend men. Okay, that's fine. I'm allergic to shit like that. That's okay. So I just boot you and let you go be with him. Rubio's a clown. Oh, somebody's asking me why he's a clown. Well, we'll talk about that, but you'll never hear it. Blocked. I told you, MAGA, you just come in here and be quiet. I'm not like the other liberals. I don't care about your points of view, your opinions. I don't care to try to meet a middle ground. Let us see how we can work this out together. No. I don't want to do none of that. This is clown shit. And anybody making excuses for it is a fucking clown too. So no. He looked like a fucking clown. Just a shuffling in there, honey, with these fucking shoes on. I just am in disbelief that these men are too fucking weak to say, Mr. President, I thank you for the offer to buy me shoes. However, and I would love this gift. However, my shoe size, sir, I only wear a 6.5. You bought me a 10, sir. Might as well say they got tiny ass feet. Because nothing else makes any sense about why they won't say nothing to him about the fact that the shoes are too fucking small. Right. They have all the money, but no fucking self-esteem. This is why they act the way they do. Right? This, again, and thank you for saying that, smiley face. My thing is, who would expect this fucker to fight for them? He can't even fight for his own fucking feet. What? He can't even fight for his own feet. So how could he fight for you? He's not even comfortable enough saying to the president, hey, these shoes are not the right size. So he's going to fight for you and having health care, safe schools, safe communities, infrastructure. No. This is why I try to tell y'all all the time, rich people envy you. They envy you. You don't think they do, but they absolutely positively do. Rich people envy you. Max, what was ignorant was you thought that side profile shot made you look better and you'd be able to talk shit in here. Blocked. I told y'all, be quiet. I read books, so I pay attention. I'm a mother. I can multitask. But I'm just looking at all of this and I go, oh my God, this is what y'all call strength, MAGA. This is strength. Well, I guess you could say it's kind of strength because, to be honest, Marco Rubio's ankles and his fucking calves are going to get so strong from walking around in two big shoes. Real talk. They're going to get so fucking strong. They're going to be so strong like he's walked his whole life. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more. That's Marco. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally cut off my light. I'm sorry. I'm so busy laughing. Where is that? Hold on. I accidentally hit the button. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm too busy laughing. Hey, Jessica. Good morning, beautiful. I'm sorry. I just am looking at him and I'm going, this is the clowniest shit. I haven't seen shoes that big on a man since Ringling Brothers at Barnum and Bailey Circus. Can we discuss more important issues? Let me think about it, R. Bradley. I am, but not with you here. You've been blocked. You don't get to come to my live and tell me what to do. I told y'all you can't do that. We've discussed this already. So this may have been your first time, but it'll be your last, at least for the first 24 hours. We'll get to other things. Right now, I'm dragging these big ass shoes. Okay? Just so y'all know, Erica Kirk is going to make a sighting and appearance in today's show. Yeah, she is. Because she's still up to no good. Now, I don't like Candace. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know I don't like Candace Owens, right? Candace Owens is still dragging Erica Kirk because she's still dreaming about Charlie Kirk. And Charlie's still curving her in the afterlife. You know I don't do black women. Stop it. Come on. You keep praying and summoning me, and I show up in your dreams and tell you I wasn't interested before, and I'm still not interested. Candace still over there. What Erica's doing, mind your business, bitch. Mind your black business, Candace. Work on them split ends and not be so worried about Erica Kirk, because no disrespect, she has great hair. But Candace so worried about her when she need to get a new hairdresser. But okay. Look, let me stop. I need my own haircut. I gotta go to the barbershop. Yep, he sure did. But to me, honestly, I don't have an issue with a woman being on the Navy board. I have an issue being on a woman being on the Navy board that's never served and is unqualified to be giving direction about how soldiers need to be shaped. That's my issue. I don't have a problem with a woman being on it. I got a problem with an inexperienced woman being on it that never had military service. But guess what? Her husband had been appointed on it too. Charlie shouldn't have been on it either. Right, she's a DEI hire, but so is Marco Rubio. All of them are DEI hires. Now don't forget, yesterday, I put out the newest episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, make sure that you check that out. I think that you will enjoy this week's episode. Okay, I called it Old Sitcoms and New Sensitivities, where I talk about how a lot of our old programming, the young people are starting to look at it and they're having a markedly different reaction to the things we grew up on. And so I'd love to hear your conversation and your opinion on that. So check it out. Link is in my bio. You can also check out straightfactsnofilter.com. The new episode is there as well. Okay. All right. So let's get to we're going to get to some other things this morning. I'm sorry. This picture to me is one of the best I've had in a long time. It really is. It really is. Now, let's start with what's going on in Iran, because we'll come back to Marco. Okay. We're going to talk about what's going on in Iran, right? Because one of those things, why that Iran is happening, this image right here tells you everything you need to know. Don't take your eyes off them Epstein files. Okay? Don't take your eyes off the Epstein files. Because the goal was to change the narrative in the press so you wouldn't keep asking about, what about those files? What about those kids? What about those people? So when I saw this one this morning too, I said, oh, Whoever created that, they knew my heart. They knew my heart. Okay? They knew my heart. Okay? Don't forget about the Epstein files, okay? Don't forget about the Epstein files. Don't forget about the fact that a lot of rich and powerful people are in those files, and there's a reason why they don't want you to know, okay? Now, let me see. Now, let's take a look at gas prices. Due to this war started by the president that nobody asked for, okay? National average is now $3.59 a gallon for regular, as high as $4.86 for premium. That's the average. We know in some places it's going to be higher, in other places it's going to be lower. How much of an increase in gas can you guys absorb before you start going, well, I just can't afford to drive anymore? How long before that happens for you guys? Is it $4? Is it $5? Is it $10? Yeah, it absolutely is a repeat of 2000, because back then we were fighting in Iraq. But I want to know, how much can y'all take before y'all go, that's it, I can't afford it? Okay, you say $10? Yeah, it's going to be too expensive. At some point, it will cost you more to go to work than it would to just stay home and take the day off. So that's why I'm asking. You drive a stick shift and live 5 minutes. Oh, you're lucky, Kiara. Yeah, because you only live 5 minutes. But even still, even at $10 a gallon, it wouldn't be worth it for you to leave the house. Yeah, Lily, it's something to think about. Oh, Garden, you work from home? Okay. Honestly, more than $4.50 a gallon in New York is too much. I can agree with it. You can afford 10, but I'd pay 10. Yeah, my thing is this. Think about it. $10 gas combined with expensive groceries, expensive car insurance, expensive health care, everything's expensive. Oh, so you're taking the subway. So you got it good. That's far cheaper. I used to miss catching the train. Now, I'm not from New York. I'm from the DMV. But I used to love catching Metro because it was so easy to get to places. I ain't got to worry about parking. They're always on time. Very rarely that they're late. You know, you say you're going to slow your RV trips with diesel. Yeah, diesel's very expensive. Up to 7 or 8 in some places. Yeah, I've heard that too. So for most of you, about $10 is like your breaking point. That's when you say, and can I be honest? I think that you'll break before 10. Because think about it. If you'll pay $8, they know you'll pay $10. Think about it. If you pay 8, you could pay 10. What the hell am I doing that keeps turning off my light? Hold on, y'all. I keep turning my own light off, and I don't know why. I'm doing something that's causing that. I just don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so, yeah, $4.50 is a lot of money. So $5 to $7 is going to make a huge difference. Yeah, because my truck takes 23 gallons of gas. I'm not filling that motherfucker up these days. Especially since I ain't got no job. Real shit. Since I ain't got no job, no traditional job. Why would I do that? So nah. Yeah, MJ did say it. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. He said it, but people ain't want to listen because it was Michael Jackson. When the rich guy tells you they don't care, you should listen. In Louisiana, we haven't paid close to $4 even in 2009. Gas wasn't that high. This time, you're going to feel it, though. This time, you're going to feel it. There are no buffers. Now, I do want to show you something that I saw came out yesterday afternoon. This is how you know the president knows that the president knows this gas issue is a problem, right? All right, let me show it to you. I'm gonna go up like this so I can make it bigger. This is how come you know that the administration knows they got a problem on their hands. Because you combine the high cost of living with everything else. Now you got the federal government saying they're going to release, right, 172 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. If there was not a problem, they wouldn't do this. They're doing this to try to bring down gas prices. This is putting Band-Aid on a gushing wound. It will not stop the bleeding. It's not going to stop it. He never should have taken his ass over there to Iran to mess with them. Nobody engaging them in a war was not because they were afraid, they were scared, they lacked strategy. It was none of that. It was none of that. It was because they knew it was a can of fucking snakes. So why would we do that? Iran controls 20% of the world's oil. They got the leverage. They got the leverage. So even if they run out of the big time things that they're moving around, they got that leverage. Even if you destroy the refinery, well, that oil ain't no good to you because you need a refinery to process it so it can actually be used. See? So again, this is Republican policies. I need y'all to remember that. Don't leave this with just Donald Trump. This is Republican policies. They all support this. This is what they want. They all support it. Now, in this morning's uncensored after show, after the live show this morning, I'm going to show y'all some footage. I played the audio for you yesterday, but you couldn't see the video. I'm going to play y'all some footage for you to see it, where Trump blames everybody else but himself. He said, oh, it ain't me. I did what they told me, the Marcos and the Jarretts and the Steves and the, he playing them. Oh, Trump playing both sides big time because the administration is also talking about peeling back sanctions on Russia. But there's also reports that Russia is feeding intelligence to Iran. Trump ain't gonna touch that shit. He ain't gonna touch it. He a sucker. He not gonna touch it. Not at all. He's not touching that. He's not touching that. Yeah, Trump thinks, well, Trump, what does it say? Russia is Trump's ally. Hey, booby cakes, step your kitty up. You don't have enough followers to talk in here. Blocked. Troll account. Y'all would be okay if y'all just stopped talking. Because even people who don't post content on TikTok got more than 40 followers. I can always tell based on your comments who you are. They already told us they aren't looking for us. Oh yeah, I love how Iran said, "Oh no, we're not worried about the black people. We're not looking for them." And my ass was over here like, yeah, because I didn't do nothing. Exactly, smiley face. That's how you get your comments. That's how come I wasn't listening to them. I was dancing too yesterday. I was hitting. You know what I was hitting? Y'all remember when Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown used to have that reality show? I was hitting that dance that Whitney and Bobby was hitting in that hotel gift store. Hey. That was me. I was like, this shit don't impact me. Yeah, with the shades on. You remember that shit? I still stand by it. That Bobby Brown reality show was some of the best shit that I had seen on TV in a long time when that shit came out. Remember when they went camping? Look, this is a side. I gotta say this. Remember when they went camping and Whitney rolled up on Bobby and she said, Bobby, I want you to take me over there in them woods and I want you to work me over. And he was like, Nip, your mic on. She was like, oh. Nippy was like, knock the bottom out that thing. And Bobby was like, hold up. They listening. She was like, she ain't say nothing else, but she was like, listen. That camping episode was one of my favorites. And when I'm hungry at home, you know what I be saying? I just out of the blue, out of nowhere, because only those who watch that show know what it means. I be like, I'm mad hungry, LaPrincia. Only those who watch that show even know that fucking reference. But that shit was the best. I might have to find some episodes on YouTube today. That was some of the funniest shit on TV at the time. Only those who know. If you don't know, you don't know. That's cool. But I'm telling you, if you did, so yeah, so they're saying the U.S. is going to release 172 million barrels of oil from strategic reserves. That's what the Energy Department says, right? They said this yesterday, okay? And they said they're going to release it over 4 months, beginning next week. And this is a part of a coordinated effort whose 32 member countries have agreed to put additional oil supplies into the market to try to prevent prices from rising further because of the war in the Middle East. It's not going to stop it. You're right. That's when reality TV was real. That shit's scripted now, but it was real then. But yeah, that's why they're doing this. Again, Iran's entire goal is to make it hard for everybody. Good morning, Carla. It's to make it hard for everybody. That is Iran's goal. Y'all going, you know what they saying? You know what Iran's saying? They saying, I'm gonna act like I'm Iran in this situation. This is what they saying. Oh, so y'all gonna just let them come over here and attack us like that? And all you bitches gonna act like y'all don't see nothing. Okay. Straight training day. Okay. I'm gonna put cases on all you bitches. That's what Iran is doing. Hey, keep it rolling. That's what they doing. Cause they understand the world won't do shit if they're not uncomfortable. I saw the Lego movie version of what Iran is saying happening. That shit is good. I showed that the other day in the Uncensored Live. I saw that the other day. I think that's the one you're talking about. If it's not, let me know. You say oil is almost $100 a barrel. I can't imagine what gas. Oh, gas is going to continue to get disrespectful. And you're right. America has underestimated Iran. America has underestimated Iran. Real talk. Because it still thinks it's 1950s. That's what happened when you get a president that's real old. He still thinks it's the 1950s. And I told y'all before, I just looked this up because I wanted to be able to quote facts on this. Iran is significantly larger than Iraq. Okay? It's no Iraq. It's much larger. Iran is roughly 3.7 to 4 times larger in land area than Iraq. It covers 1.65 million square miles, while Iraq only covered 438,000 square kilometers. That was it. Iran is the 17th largest country in the world. Iran has a much larger population and a more complex mountainous terrain compared to Iraq. America, you know, all that bravado is coming back to bite us in the ass. Real talk. It's coming back to bite us in that. Remember, we went into our Afghanistan too. Let me tell you about how much bigger Iran is than Afghanistan. Okay. So y'all understand what we're up against. Okay. Iran covers, I told you, 1.65 kilometers, making it more than 2.5 times larger than Afghanistan. Iran is nearly as large as the state of Alaska. Iran is slightly larger than Afghanistan and Venezuela combined. You're not going into a country like that and wrapping it up in a week. You're not. You're not. Folks are about to learn a serious lesson. We're not. That's why I'm like, draft, bring it on. So all the people that voted for this shit can go and do their service. Yep. They're going to learn. Because you see, the funny thing, it's a funny thing that people who've never served, I see them online talking military strategy. How the military should approach it, you know, this, that, and the other. You don't have the intel that they have, and no amount of way of approaching it, you're not going to do the things that Trump administration claims they want to do if you don't put boots on the ground. And this is why I'm asking American citizens, are you willing to sacrifice your sons and your daughters for bad intelligence and for wag the dog wars so that the Epstein files stop being on the front page of the newspaper? Stop being the big thing that's talked about in the news media. Yeah, Call of Duty got them delusional because they forget that when you die in real life, right? When you die in real life, there's no reset button. You just dead. You don't get to come back. You don't get to come back. Oh, I saw somebody mention Kai Trump. Let me mention that for a second. So Kai Trump, Donald Trump's granddaughter, she decided to take Secret Service with her and go to a high-end grocery store and make social media videos and put it on the internet. Them people dragged the fuck out of her, as they should have. They like, bitch, what? We're struggling here. You're fucking tone deaf about how this is hurting us right now. Ain't nobody trying to see you shop at no fucking high-end grocery store. But she only think, I just want to make content. Well, make relatable fucking content. She has Secret Service because her grandpa wanted to. Oh, we both know she shouldn't. But because her grandpa wanted her to. Her family can afford security for her, but they would rather spend our money to give her security. That's all. They would rather spend our money to do that. And that's what they're doing. Spending our money to do it. Kai Trump, she's Trump's granddaughter. Trump's granddaughter. Now, I want to show you something else I saw yesterday. Let me find it. Let me find it. Is this it? Yeah. So y'all know Lindsey Graham is running for Congress. He's running up against that doctor in South Carolina, and it's proven to be a challenge because people seem to be really interested in her. So somebody put this out. They say, Senator Lindsey Graham, I'm going back to South Carolina and asking them to send their sons and daughters over to the Middle East. That's what Lindsey Graham said. So Annie Andrews, who's running, she said, forgive me for not sounding like a Senate candidate when I say this. Lindsey, fuck all the way off. Sincerely, a mom of 3 South Carolinian children and the person who is going to end your career. Oh, I see what you were saying, Kiara. Sis, about the business. See, now Trump is giving people license to say the quiet part out loud now. You ain't always got to act. I'm above board. I don't act this way. Trump showed that there are no rules to that shit. That's what he showed, that there are no rules to that. For sure. That's what he showed, that there are no rules to that stuff. The American people do not want to sacrifice their children for a war that we shouldn't even be a part of. They're not willing to make that sacrifice. So if Trump and them want to do that, they need to send their families to do that. But they don't want to send their families either. They don't want to send their families either. You're right, Showtime. TDS people are delusional. People that worship a man in a diaper with swollen ankles who barely can fit his dress shoes. I tell you, man, I don't know about you, but those are delusional ass people. Bye, beloved. You've been blocked. I always like them to hear what I'm going to say right before they catch that white screen. Because then they be over there like, that black bitch, get into my other fucking account and show her some shit. Okay. Every day they going to show me something, show me something, show me something. And they don't never show me nothing. Thank you, Kevin. They don't never show me nothing. That's how y'all got to handle them. Just be like, no, I don't want to debate you. You can believe whatever the fuck you want. I told you, I treat MAGA like the Joker. I don't want to get rid of you. You complete me. Yeah, I just don't want to hear nothing they got to say. That's all. I just don't want to hear nothing they got to say. I'm just checking some stuff that's happening. Okay, now y'all know how there was a strike on the girls' school in Iran, right? And how at first Trump said, well, in my opinion, Iran did that. Okay, y'all remember that, right? Now, since then, one of the ministers of Iran has been interviewed by Kristen Welker. Y'all know that chick that does Meet the Press. And he was like, of course we didn't do that. Why would we do that to our own people? And I said that too. What would be the point of Iran doing that to their own people to get them to hate America? They don't need to do that to get them to hate America. We're doing that all fine on our own. So they don't need to pretend or frame us for something, right? Just because of this. Oh, and yeah, and being in Ramadan, it's really bad, right? To be doing this type of shit to people, right? Well, you know, an investigation has been happening, and the preliminary inquiry has found that the U.S. is at fault for the school strike in Iran. But we knew that. Right? Yeah. Oh, it was us. Trump just wants to lie his way out of everything. The problem is when you go to war, too many people are watching. Too many countries are watching. And they're checking for war crimes. So they want to make sure that you're doing everything on the up and up. Right? Listen, one of the videos I'm going to show in the after show this morning, right, is going to be Trump at a press conference the other day and blaming everybody else and calling them out by name, the Marcos, the Steve Wilcox, the Pete Hegseths, the Jared Kushners. He called them out like, oh, they told me that. Trump said, don't blame me. I only make decisions based on what these people tell me. So if something was wrong, it's not me, it's them. You hired them. You ain't have to listen to them. You the guy at the top. Yeah, the buck don't stop with his ass. Trump isn't the type of guy that could stop on a dime. Now, I didn't know that. Okay, so to tell y'all something, I don't know if y'all knew this, but did you know this? That 2 days after Jeffrey Epstein went to prison, his trust, his Zorro Ranch trust, won $85 million in the Oklahoma lottery. And nobody asked no questions. I'm looking at the story right now. Yep. Yep. I'm looking here. They say that, hold on. Shit. All right. It says that one thing conspicuously missing from the files is the surreal fact that on July 2nd, 2008, 2 days after Epstein began serving his Florida prison sentence, a company called Zorro Trust won the Oklahoma State Powerball lottery in the amount of $85 million. The trust opted for a one-time cash payout that amounted to $29.3 million after taxes. And it says that the reason why you people don't know a whole lot about it is because Oklahoma has a blind trust lottery that shields the identities of the winners. And so at the time, Oklahoma was one of only a handful of states that allowed lottery tickets to be purchased in the name of a trust whose owners would by law remain anonymous to the public. I didn't even know trusts could buy lottery tickets, but in Oklahoma at the time you could. Wow. What do I keep telling y'all? They keep playing in our fucking face. To Grace's point, vote. They just keep playing in your face. They're playing in all of our faces. They're playing in all of our faces. Real talk. They're playing in all of our faces. Now, one of the things we're also going to review this morning in the after show is I'm real folks that are in Europe. There's a video of a man. He saw some Palestinian protesters. He walks up to them and then fakes like they assaulted him when nobody touched him. He yelled and screamed for help, made a big old ruckus about everything and them being there. His ass should have been arrested for lying. For lying. We're also going to review some video this morning showing I'm Reals pouring cement over water holes in Palestine. Because they done settled in regions of Palestine and they've decided these people can't have water. We want them to get the fuck out of here. So they're covering access to water with cement. So we're never supposed to forget what was done to their people while they do deplorable shit and shit just as bad to other people. So it's okay. We're always supposed to never forget them, but everybody else, fuck everybody else. No. We're not doing that. Call them out on this shit. Call them out on the atrocities that they're committing. Enough's enough. And y'all know Congress is looking to send more of our money over there. Now, I got something else to tell y'all. It's funny to me because I'm like, well, they voted for this. So all of those Gulf states that cozied up to MAGA, well, they're having a problem with tourists because tourists ain't coming. And they miscalculated that a war would happen via the MAGA administration. Because remember, Trump said no new wars. We're not getting involved in nothing that's happening in other countries no more. America first. We don't care about what happens there. All that shit was a lie just to get your vote. That's it. That's it. They just wanted your vote. And they fell for it. And they fell for it. So right now, the UAE, they're having a problem with tourists. Good. Good. Dubai. Like, did y'all see the video of the black young woman that went to Dubai and now she's stuck over there and asking for help to get home? I laugh every time I see that video. I'm like, fuck her. Because I also looked at the videos she put out before she went. Oh, she was laughing. I don't give a damn. I'm going to do it. Okay, so then why you online telling us about the shit? You need to figure it out. That's what I said. She needs to start swimming. She a long way from fucking home. You know what she need to do? I told my daughter this, and me and my daughter started laughing. She need to be like that chick who was like, I'm here in Dubai. You know, the chick from Brooklyn. I'm here to get my money. I'm here for my man. She need to find her a man over there. Now, what? I want my 100,000. Run me my money. No. And my daughter asked me, my daughter was like, she said, I am still in awe that she was able to pull that off. I said, you know what? Oh, no, I'm not slandering Brooklyn, because I'm going to tell you why I told my daughter she was able to pull that shit off. One, she from Brooklyn. She not laying down for nobody. That's the first thing. Second thing, strong women, men fall in line. They're more attracted to strong women. See, women that are easily manipulated, taken advantage of, used, guys aren't really as interested in that. They'll partake in it because it's easy to have access to. But the woman that they want, that they desire, is the challenge. And she gives nothing without getting what she wants first. Nothing. And that woman went all the way to that country, couldn't even speak the fucking language. Do you understand? She could run for office, and quiet as kept, she'd win. Quiet as kept, she'd win. Quiet as kept, she'd win. But, honey, listen. I don't feel no sorrow for people running to fucking Dubai. Because what the fuck are you doing in Dubai? You ain't got no money. Stop the cap. Stop pretending that you're somebody that you're not. Stop. But that's what you get for running over to this other country to make fucking videos, to put on the internets. Now we want to see your war videos. You're up close and personal. There's plenty of other places to vacation. Why go there? You understand? A country that was built by rich people. Dubai was created. Why go there? There's plenty of places she could go. Not she financed it on Klarna. You know, I wonder if she could finance her escape through Klarna or Afterpay. Real shit. I wonder if she could get her a ticket on a boat and just pay on it. You know, months after months after months after months. Or them people gonna be like, listen, bitch, it's war happening. You're gonna have to run us our money up front because we don't know if you're gonna be able to continue to make those payments. So you're gonna have to give us the money now. But hey, she wanted to go to Dubai. I'm sorry. Every time I think about this, the word Dubai, I think about that woman. Because that woman, that woman, she was about the shit. I was fascinated with her. I was like, this woman is fucking fascinating. Sincerely, she was fascinating. Because again, it showed a lot of people think, listen, are there some fractions of Islam that are radical? Absolutely. But by and large, women are heavily respected. Okay? Heavily. There she go. Onija. Yes, I'm talking about her. I love her. My name is Onija. That's my girl right there. I love that lady, man. I would love to interview her for my podcast. You know what I'm going to do? Look, I'm going to make a note. I'm going to make a note. I'm going to send Onija a message to ask her to be on my podcast. Mm-hmm. Now, if she say to me, sure, I'll do it, but what are you paying? You know, because my time is money. Well, sis, I don't have no money. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, she gonna try to charge me $50K. And I'm be like, girl, I don't have $50K. Not pay her on Klarna. Yeah, I know she went to Pakistan. It's just that when I think about Dubai, listen, I'm in Dubai. It just makes me say it that way because of her accent. I love that. That lady was wonderful. She was wonderful. She was wonderful. Proving when you stand 10 toes down and lean into who you are, people would just show up and be okay with that. Oh, she went to Dubai too? Okay. I'm in Dubai. I want to know what she's doing right now. You know, I love that girl. I love that girl. I love that woman. That woman was the epitome of just strength and fully clothed at that. We ain't never see her elbows. Hell, I don't think I ever seen her wrists. She was being good Muslim woman. People can say what they want, but she was doing the things she was supposed to do. When she got there, she was like, oh no, this is not what you promised me online. You're going to run me my money. And them men was all crowded around her like, I love me some her. What they say, I love me some her. I'll never love this way again. I love me some Onija, honey. Don't play with me. Now, I want to let y'all know about a couple more things before we wrap up this morning. Okay? ICE detention. A judge has halted the construction of an ICE detention center in my state, in Maryland. Judge says, stop that shit. We need to go through processes and get things done before you think you're going to build that shit in a state that don't want it. Oh, she was on somebody's podcast. Oh, I'm going to tell you, I'm reaching out to her. I ain't joking. I'm going to reach out to her. Real shit. Real shit. I'm definitely going to reach out to her because I would love to talk to her. Now, I need y'all to hear something. According to Bernie Sanders, it's just not Iran. It's also Lebanon. In less than 2 weeks, I'm Real has unalived 570 people and displaced 750,000 people, over 10% of the entire country. Residential buildings are being hurt with no warning. The U.S. cannot continue to be complicit in this. Agreed. It's just sparking more enemies for us and creating more unsafe situations for our military all over the world. That's what it's doing. Not the AI summary saying we talking about Onasha. Even the AI knows who Onasha is. You know, but something's got to give in all of this, folks. Now, there was something else I saw yesterday. With, I'll show you this. Bernie Sanders put this up as well yesterday. And I was like, I don't know if people realize. All right, I'm going to let y'all read this for a second. Read that. They say one family, the right-wing Trump-aligned Ellisons, will soon control every single one of these corporations. TikTok, CBS, CNN, HBO, Discovery Channel, BET, Cartoon Network, Comedy Central, DC Studios, Fandango, Miramax, MTV, Nickelodeon, Paramount, Pluto TV, Showtime, TBS, The CW, TNT, and Warner Brothers. Okay? And more, of course. But y'all, this is the oligarch. This is the oligarchy that folks was telling y'all about. This is a monopoly. Remember when the government used to break up monopolies? I saw something the other day. At one time, we used to have a whole bunch of airline companies to choose from. Now we have 4. That's it. You got 4 companies to choose from. That's it. So if you don't want to pay what any one of those 4 are offering, well, then you ain't flying. That's the bottom line. You're not flying. The government doesn't work to make sure that we have, because let me tell you something, competition breeds lower prices. The government isn't making sure that that happens. You know why? Because the government is complicit in making sure monopolies happen. I'm glad California is helping to block that merger. I hope so. I hope they're successful. Or we don't get some conservative judge that's been packed and pushed in there by conservatives that say, nah, this is okay and lets it go through. Enough of all these big time companies owning everything. They don't need to own everything. Right. Monopoly is not just a game. It's real life, and we lose when a monopoly happens. Real talk. That's when a monopoly happens. You know, I'm like, what the hell is that? But something's got to give, folks. Hey, Scorp. Hey, beautiful. Yep, the goal was to change the narrative, and that's all they've ever wanted to do. Make people think that conservatism is a great thing. Oh, shit, I'm going to save that. Now, I also want to show y'all something else. I don't know if y'all saw this story. Oh, let me find it. Did y'all see this yesterday? Well, Trump, no, I'm serious. So, Trump endorsed Jake Paul to run for office. Now, keep in mind, Jake Paul's not even running for anything. He's not even running for anything. However, didn't I tell y'all there's no such thing as a coincidence? Right? So that means that they've been talking about this behind the scenes. And I'm going to tell you what the goal is of this. The goal of this is to get young men and weak men whose identity are completely wrapped up in worshiping other men, men that they'd love to be. That's what it's about. So Jake Paul would give them somebody they could worship and get behind as a political candidate. I'm just telling y'all. So when I saw it, I was like, I know what they're trying to do here. Well, understand in Love by Self, the reason why Trump just said the quiet part out loud. They've already been talking about this behind the scenes. But Trump, being Paul, he forgot that he's not supposed to tell nobody yet. So he threw it out there almost in many ways to force Jake Paul into doing it. Yeah, he's an MMA fighter. And my thing is this. Was it Joshua Jackson, whoever it was, just whooped his ass? Whooped his ass recently. So my thought is, if he couldn't beat Joshua Jackson, what makes him think he can handle shit on the Hill? They always trying to tear each other up there. If he can't handle that guy, he can't handle Congress. It's not possible. Now, there may be a lot of geriatric old people up there, but they got a lot of connections to make your life a living hell. Yeah, America has an obsession with celebrities. And then the same people who complain about being poor are then worshiping celebrities. That's why I told y'all a long time ago, stop watching reality TV with celebrities. That shit is just marketing to get you to pay and do shit that you really can't afford to do no way. I told you, my type of celebrity reality show was the Bobby and Whitney back when what do you call it? Back when Ozzy was alive. Their show, long before they got like really, really popular here with that type of stuff, that show was hilarious. That show was hilarious because it was really what you got to see when you looked in was they were just regular old people. They just had money, but they wasn't doing the shit that the Kardashians be doing on their reality TV show. Wasn't even the same thing. Go to YouTube, Shimonia. That's all we could do since it ain't on DVD. Oh, the Osbournes was a hilarious show in the back in the day. Sharon! Man, Ozzy was hilarious. I'm telling you, hilarious. Okay? The Osbournes was good old reality TV. That's back when they would just turn on the cameras and people just gonna people. Didn't have to do nothing. Just let them be them. You know? Now I want to read something. Anybody here, y'all ever seen it's one of my favorite movies. Have y'all ever seen Fight Club? Let me know if you have. I still say it's one of the best movies. I remember when I first saw that movie, I saw that movie in a movie theater. And because I had not read the book. And I said, this movie's fucking brilliant. I need to read the book. I said, this movie's fucking brilliant. Okay? Watch that movie. Brilliant performances from Brad Pitt and what's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He also played Incredible Hulk. I just can't think of his name right now. Look, I'm about to look him up. I'll see him here. Ed Norton. Yeah, Fabulous performance. And Helena Bonham Carter, Miss Girl, was fabulous in this movie. Oh, she was fabulous. He'd be like, why are you here? Why are you here at this cancer outreach discussion meeting? You don't even have cancer. And she's like, well, you don't have cancer either. So why are you here? Huh? Why are you here? I'm here for the same reason that you're here. To talk to people and to get free coffee. Man, I love that movie. I might watch that this weekend too. I love me some Fight Club. Fight Club's a great movie because it makes you think about shit. But I want to read something to you. This was something that Tyler Durden said. And remember, Tyler was not a good person. Okay? He said, we're the middle children of history, man. No purpose or place. We have no great war. No Great Depression. Our great war is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives. We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars, but we won't. We're slowly learning that fact, and we're very, very pissed off. That's the truth. America sold a dream to millions and millions of people. Go to school, get an education, and you'll be able to grow up and have whatever you want and make whatever life you want and be comfortable and at ease. That's not true. That's a lie. Jake Paul lives in Puerto Rico. Oh, they'll find some way to make it seem like he has residency in Kentucky for him to run. I'm just telling you, because look at what's his name? Tommy Tuberville. Tommy Tuberville lives in the state he represents. He lives in Florida. Just those that keep voting for his ass. And now, yeah, they just sell dreams. I'll tell you what the problem is. They're squeezing the populace so much. At some point, that thing gonna pop. At some point, that thing is gonna pop. Right? At some point, it's going to pop. You can only squeeze people so much before they just lose their shit. If you've ever seen the movie, what is it, Breaking Down with Michael Douglas? This is an old movie. I think it came out in the 80s, maybe early 90s. Watch that fucking movie about that man who just was, one day he was going to work and he just fucking snapped. He was like, that's it, I'm done. Yeah, falling down. That's what it was. He said, I'm done. I'm done. Watch that fucking movie. See, when I was younger and I saw that movie many times, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I was like, I don't understand how somebody can even get to that. Now at 51, oh, I get it. Oh, I get how people get to that. I get so how people get to that. You feel like you don't have any other options, but make everybody feel what the fuck I feel. Because obviously nobody gives a shit otherwise. That's literally what it becomes. That's literally what it becomes. Something's gotta give, folks. Yeah, all it takes is one bad day. Just one to really push you over the edge. That's really all it takes. Real talk. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about, I find this so interesting. Now, y'all know the government has hired all these new ICE agents, right? And ICE employees. Well, guess what? It's being reported that ICE employees are venting on Reddit over unpaid wages, missing health insurance, and a broken agency. One of them even said, I can't even afford to care for my sick child. They thought it was going to be easy money. Nothing with Trump is easy. Nothing with Donald Trump is easy. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing with Trump is easy. Nothing. He don't believe in doing it easy. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Yeah. So they're not getting what they were sold either. They're making all these sacrifices and ain't getting what they were sold as well. They recruited and added 12,000 new agents. So some officers have taken to Reddit to publicly vent their frustrations, describing financial stress and uncertainty that they may begin almost immediate that they say began almost immediately after they started working there. One officer says they're unable to pay medical bills for a sick child because their insurance coverage had not taken effect. Others claim 5-figure signing bonuses. They still haven't gotten them. That's crazy. That's crazy. They say don't expect much. It's like $6,000 after taxes, and they put it in the regular paycheck, so you end up paying about $4,000 to $5,000 in taxes on one check. They lied and played these people out too. See, that it was just about getting asses in the seats. They didn't give a shit about whether or not, they never thought through whether or not this shit made any sense. Hold on, let me I'm gonna read some of this so y'all can hear this, okay? So okay, so they say been here for 2 months, still waiting for my health insurance. Is anyone having that issue as well? I choose BCBS Basic. MSS told me they don't know how long it'll take, and I have a sick daughter with no insurance. It shouldn't take that long for you to get your insurance. Dummies. And the government fired a lot of people. They don't have enough people there to process all this shit in a timely fashion. So you get what you get from the people that are left. Because they're only paid to do one job. They're not about to do 10. They said, man, Monday is 4 weeks since I started and I haven't been paid yet. See, it's okay. This is the other thing. You can tell people who never been in government, because everybody knows in government, you work in the hole for a minute. Because they got to get you into the NFC finance system. They got to get you in multiple systems. This is not a small company, like working at a small company. You at least in the hole for 4 weeks. Most of us that's work fed, we know this. That's why we're very strategic about how we move around. That's why we're very strategic. Yep, they hold a check. So after you're gone, you still getting a check after that. That's why you got to be strategic. But this lets you know this is the best job some of these people have ever had. Best job some of them ever had. Yeah. Wow. Again, they were sold a bag of goods. And they haven't been getting the student loan repayment either. I want to say to all the MAGA that signed up for this silly shit, you got what you deserved. You got what you deserved. That was the dumbest shit ever for y'all to sign up for that shit and then be surprised that you got played. I guess that's the part that I am massively confused about, where I'm like, how are y'all surprised that y'all got played? That's what Trump does. He grifts and he scams. That's what he does. But no, they were like, nope, 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 nope. Them damn liberals, they just don't like President Trump. We love him, so we're serving. Okay. No, they didn't read the writing on the wall. We know Americans don't, look, a lot of Americans have literacy issues. A lot of Americans couldn't read the writing on the wall if it even came with assistive technology that would read it for them. That's why I'm telling y'all. We are in the boat that we're in because people wanted to believe a liar. They wanted to lean into racism and misogyny, and they wanted to lean into all of that shit, so they did. Okay. Now don't look for the very people that they vilified to save you. That's not going to happen. Now, listen, we're going to get started on the uncensored after show because I got quite a few things to show y'all that I've been saving to show you, especially things related to the war that's happening right now. Also, a little bit more about the Epstein files as well. Then, as an aside, those of you who do drumbeat, there are opportunities, new opportunities have popped up. You need to make sure you get your ass over there. And I'm saying it out loud to remind myself I got to do the same thing, to make videos and submit them. They will pay you for your views on other platforms. You don't need a lot of users for that. Don't forget, I also told y'all I am going to start offering a course later on this month, showing people how to make money on the internet. This month on TikTok, what I call a slow month, I'm almost at 600. And that's a slow month for me because it's the 12th. I'm like, I should be double that by now. I got to move faster. I got to get more shit done. I got to talk about more things that are interesting to people and that will trigger emotional responses to get that, to get all of that, to get the engagement and the views. So I'll be doing that to show people how you did it and how you make money, not just on TikTok. There are multiple platforms, just like Drumbeat and other platforms that will pay you for your money. Facebook too is another great one. They do not require 1 minute or over videos to make money on Facebook. I think for them it's only like 8 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. No, I didn't hear about that, smiley face. I'll look that one up. Oh my God. Yeah, they got to throw the book at their ass. Fuck that. They need to throw the book at them. No, I think I did hear about that actually. Cause now that I'm thinking about it, no, that kind of is jiggling a memory for me, and they need to throw the book at their ass. Did I see whose speech? I'm checking out this other platform, but I haven't tried to do any of the things I see in there yet. So I'm going to try an item and then see, cause I don't know if it really pays. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, Dre Day. I don't know if it really pays. I know they say they pay, but I ain't got no money from them yet. So we're going to see. I haven't found anything in there interesting enough yet that I want to do it. Drumbeat. Yep. Go on Drumbeat. It's called Hello Drumbeat is the URL. I think it's like hellodrumbeat.com or something like that. Go check them out. They will pay you for your views. They don't care how many followers you have or don't have. They don't care about that. No, I hadn't heard about Erica Kirk and Sarah Huckabee trying to start a Club American Arkansas schools. But let me tell you something. Trying to find the best way to say this. Historically speaking, when it comes to racism, some of the worst offenders when it came to racism were racist white women. Okay? In my opinion, they're worse than a racist white man. In my opinion. I'm just telling you what I know historically. They're the most nefarious. They will pretend that they're good with things. They will fake being a victim to get the system to come. Look, we thinking the same thing, smiley face. Look, They will fake being a victim so the system will come save them and torture you. That's how they built. I hear that Snapchat pays a lot, but to be honest, user 441, because I have a Snapchat, I have yet to figure it out. Because I don't even like the content that Snapchat shows me for me to stay on that platform long enough to even make money on it. The content is boring as fuck. I'm like, I don't want to see people jump on fucking balloons. I don't care about that. That's the only thing I hate. I'm like, can I see some content that I like? You know? Hello Drumbeat. That's the website that will pay you for views on other platforms. That's it. But what I'm going to be teaching this month is how you get those views. Okay? How you get them. Because it's real easy for people to tell you, go to these websites and make money in these places. But people always say to me, because I have a friend that says to me, bitch, I hardly get views. And I'm like, because there's a science to getting the views. And you've got to follow that science in order to get those views. And if you rinse and repeat and do that science repeatedly, every time you're going to get those views. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. I'm not telling you something I heard. I'm telling you what I know. If you actually, right? If you actually follow a science, you will always get the views. Sincerely, it's a science and it's somewhat an art, but it's also a science. It's that whole psychology behind understanding how people think, how people react to things. And when you use that to your advantage, you make money. Now, remember I told y'all about that Tim's video? Look, I got another video that's going viral because they arguing in the comments. I'm like, have at it. I'm going to make another version of it based on a comment I saw in there. I said, ooh, that's good. That's going to start some shit. That Tim's video I told y'all about, where I was talking about, men, they ready to leave their family for a 29 year old woman that ain't never been touched. It's almost up to 400,000 views on that video. I'm not talking about anything profound in the video. The goal is to get a reaction from people, to get them to talk. That's what the goal is. That's where the money is. Real shit. Thank you for sharing that video. That is where the money is. I'm just letting y'all know. That's where the money is. People spend a lot more time trying to hack the system. Ain't no hack. What it comes down to is purely just understanding how people react to things that may trigger them based on their own life experiences. When you do that, then you can make money off of your thoughts. Real shit. That's what I'm learning. Yep, that's engagement. And I don't be focused on rage baiting folks. I want them to think. Think, and then let's talk about what you thought about. Okay? So listen, I love you guys. Don't forget Friday on Patreon. I do Freebie Friday. It's accessible to everybody. You can come through, be a part of the show. And on Patreon, we don't have to use special words. I also have video, pictures. We have a lot of great discussion. Okay. So if you want to be a part of that discussion, click the link in my bio, check out my website. It has my Patreon link on that, and come on over and have a good time with us. Thank you so much, Fix Today. I appreciate that. Okay. Thank y'all. We got 61,000 likes this morning. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Thank you. I really do appreciate you. I do. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. And look, without you, there is no me. What would I be without you? But all I'm saying is true. Yeah, I'm hitting y'all with the jaw. And all I'm tired of being lonely. So baby girl, put it on me. People can say whatever they want. I used to love me some fucking Ja Rule. 50 can say whatever he want about Ja Rule. Ja Rule got a lot of bangers. And Ja Rule put out a lot of good CDs back in the day. So fuck 50 Cent. 50 Cent got smoke for everybody but T.I. He got smoke with for everybody. You know, okay, that's a good question. I want y'all to think about something and have some answers for me this afternoon. Because I haven't decided what I'm cooking on Saturday. However, I have decided that I'm going to start doing this vacation at home shit because it's too expensive to go anyplace. And I don't want to get stuck in Dubai like some of these other people have, right? So I'm going to start vacationing at home, traveling to different countries at home. So I'm thinking we should do some cuisine based on whatever area we travel to for the week. So where should I go this week? And that will give me an indication on what I should fix this Saturday. So I want you to think about that. Think about that. Because I think that helps us even more to figure out what we want to cook or eat, you know, and it gives me a little time. Well, 50 ain't going to come for Eminem because they supposed to be friends. So he's never going to come for him. He's not the lyricist that M is. He isn't. Yeah, Papoose need to sit down somewhere. Okay, let me write that down because I don't know what that is. Okay. I can't afford no crab right now, Kiera. What they say? Can't buy no crab right now. Who you think I am, P. Hexeth? Crab? I'm sitting over this joint like, y'all remember that Coach playoffs? I'm over here like crab. Crab? Okay, somebody said Japan. Y'all saying Puerto Rico. Yeah, I'm like, what? Yeah, who you think I am? Kai Trump? I ain't got no damn crab money. What my mama say? We got crab at home. And then you get home and and then you say, Mama, you said we had crabs, and she give you a can of sardines. Bitch, this ain't no crab. I'm gonna look up some West African food as well because I've never fixed it before. Ethiopia. Yeah. Yeah. My mama tried that shit. Nah, I didn't even get imitation crab. I literally got a can of sardine. Oh, Cuban is good too. I got a can of sardines. She was like, there you go. I was like, this ain't no fucking crabs. Like, the fuck? Oh, I like Indian food too. Ooh. You know, I was thinking about making some roti Saturday. I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking about making roti. Honey. I was in the mood for it. But then I know I need something after that I can dip that roti in. Ooh, or pick up things with that roti. But we just made butter chicken a couple weeks ago, remember? Thank you so much, Nini. I like Middle Eastern food. Yeah, I could make some type of curry dish. I'm not against that. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I gotta first figure out where I'm traveling to. Then wherever we travel to, oh, I love Thai food too. I love Thai food too. Then from there, I'll figure out a dish. So I just gotta figure out a location. So I might put a couple of options on my Patreon for a poll and get people to vote on it. Or maybe, no, I'll put the poll in here this afternoon. This afternoon, I'll add a poll and I'll let people vote on the poll. And then whatever comes out of that poll, I will pick something from that respective country and make something from that. Yep, I'll do that. Molokai chicken. Oh, I've never heard of that. Okay, I'm going to look that up too. I'm still over here like crab. I'm looking at you like Tia Kemp. I love me some Tia Kemp. She's a national treasure too. Now, if we could get Onaja and Tia Kemp in the same room, you know what? I think that they could actually end the war in Iran. They could end the war. They would come to the table and end the war. You're a clown. You're a clown. Stop fighting. Listen, I think I'm onto something. You send Onijah and Tia Kemp to the table to negotiate for both countries. That war is wrapped up in no time. You say Nigerian food with fufu, ex-boyfriend taught me. Ooh, I've seen fufu and all those things. I've never made it though. That's with the cassava and all that other stuff. I've just never made it. But we'll try it. But I'll see you. Listen, let me thank y'all again. Thank you for the 72,000 likes. We got over 80 shares this morning. Before I wrap up, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. Number 1, Miss Beautiful Chris Rightmare. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Smiley Face. Number 3, Miss Beautiful Candy. Number 4, beautiful Moni Love. Number 5, Miss Beautiful Miss Anita. And a special shout, and Miss Anita, I love the hair. And a special shout out to number 6, Kiara. Thank you so much, handsome. Have a beautiful and blessed day, y'all. I'll be back online this afternoon. To those of you who are about to join the Uncensored Show, give me about 1 or 2 minutes because I'm going to heat up my coffee and just do my setup to turn my thing around here. I love you all. Listen, don't let nobody live rent free in your head. Don't feed any trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. See you this afternoon around 5-ish. Love you all. Have a great day. Bye-bye.